Does your YouTube channel get views and subscribers, but not sales for all that hard work you put in? Well, after 7 years on YouTube and helping generate over 150 million organic views as a creative director, I have learned your content is rarely the problem. Most businesses have holes in their content systems that prevent them from making sales before they even film. So here are the 7 harsh truths for why you're not driving sales from YouTube that I wish I knew when I first started. Truth number 1, you have to know what each video you're making sells. Because if you don't know what you're selling, your viewers won't either, and a confused viewer won't buy. So there's only 2 things you can sell with YouTube. You can sell your own thing, or you can sell someone else's thing. Let's start with selling your own thing. And this is what I recommend for most businesses. Use YouTube as a marketing engine for your products and services. Now, knowing that you're gonna sell your own thing, the smartest kind of content that you should make is content that educates your viewers about the problem that your business helps them solve. If you are a personal trainer and you help people get in the best shape of their life, then it would make sense that your content should educate people on why your method is the best, why other methods suck, and how it's gonna help them specifically get the transformation they need to. Transformational content that's educating and teaching people how to solve problems is the default that I recommend almost every business do. Now, how do people get this wrong? A lot of business owners think because YouTube is, an entertainment platform, how most of the content on there is like gaming or comedy or, Mr. Beast challenges and stuff. But a viewer is not the same thing as a customer. A viewer goes to YouTube to waste 20 minutes on the toilet or get a few quick laughs before bed. But the people that you want to reach are actively using social media and using YouTube to change their beliefs or to transform their life in a meaningful way. And so your content needs to deliver that value. So if you're selling your own thing, your job is to reach the people that might want to buy something from you and teach them and provide value through education. Now on the other side, you can sell someone else's stuff. These are things like the YouTube Partner Program, which is putting ad placements in all your videos. This is taking sponsorships or brand deals, selling affiliates. Now here's a cheat code. By focusing on transformational education, through your business, you are naturally going to attract the opportunities that allow you to get sponsorships, brand deals, and also get more views. For example, in my first business, I helped students and professionals improve their productivity. And we would teach them different workflows and how to use software as a way to streamline their life. Naturally, because of that, a few brands like Grammarly, like Notion, like the browser company, they were also interested in productivity enthusiasts because oftentimes those people also like to use software, right? So by understanding the person that you're trying to reach really, really well, you can actually open another line of sales for your business by partnering with certain companies and brands that also want to work with you. And this is how you can kind of build an ecosystem to where you're not only relying on your own products, but you can also leverage the power of social media and YouTube to increase your revenue and durability. But either way, focusing on your business's transformation will unlock those opportunities. Instead of chasing after those, that's when you see creators kind of be like sellouts or, just chase after brand deals or take any kind of sponsorships. Which brings me nicely into truth number 2, which is to stop trying to be a YouTuber and start building on YouTube. People who build on YouTube, who treat it like an actual business as opposed to just like a hobby creator YouTuber, generate more money and also build more sustainable businesses off the back of them. Because when people think like, I want to be a YouTuber, they automatically think like, I want to quit my job or I want to quit my business and go all in on YouTube. And that I can guarantee you is not going to help you grow your business. YouTube, like I said earlier, is a marketing tool for your business. You can't spend all day on content if you have a business to run. And so that means there are many parts in the content process that you should not be doing and you have no business doing. I think at a bare minimum, every person who's serious about making sales and growing their business with YouTube needs to delegate video editing and get out of the timeline. Unless you're like Matt Diavella or Casey Neistat, who is a trained cinematographer or videographer, and that's like the thing that you sell, you don't really have any business editing your own videos. And there's 2 sides of this coin why this is gonna make you more sales. One, if you work with a specialist who's a video editor, who's been training for years and made hundreds of videos, they can probably do a way better job of you because that's all they do. I can almost guarantee you they'll edit a video faster than you could and probably better than you could too. But aside from that, your time is just more valuable than it is editing videos. You as a business owner should be focused on sales, focused on operations, focused on exploring new opportunities. You need to focus on different things. And that's what I mean by building on YouTube, not being a YouTuber. Building on YouTube means that you're building a brand. And the smartest founders and the smartest businesses understand that if you want to build successfully on YouTube, you need to partner with creatives and partner with strategists and partner with designers who know how to bring your vision to life. And I get kind of heated about this because this was something that we just refused to do for such a long time. And it's literally what kept my business stuck for so long. Like Mike and I, when we were building our first channel, sure, we were growing pretty fast, but I was literally spending 50 hours a week just on content, like all the way through. And because of that, I had no time to actually build, systems or build an offer or build a product or focus on anything else except for creating content. And views, unfortunately, just don't pay the bills. And maybe that's what you want. But like if you clicked on this video, I assume that you want to make more sales with YouTube. It's in your best interest to focus on other parts of the business and assemble like the Avengers of content to build on YouTube. And that's what's going to survive. It's also like so much more energizing and it's so much more meaningful when you can get a group of creatives together who are all like aligned and telepathically linked up on the same vision for your channel. And then when it comes to life and it looks good, there's no better feeling, trust me. So build that team of creatives. Truth number 3, not all views are equal. This is not what YouTube wants you to believe though, right? If you go into YouTube Studio and check out how your videos are performing, if you get a video that gets a lot of views, maybe like a 1 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10 on YouTube, you're gonna see inside of Studio, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels really good to go viral and to get a whole bunch of views and just see that social proof go up. But you have to remember that views and sales are not the same thing, and from chasing views for many years of my time on YouTube and seeing how it doesn't actually reflect the bank statements that come with it, it puts a different perspective on what it means for viewership. I always ask this question to a lot of clients before we decide to work together. Would you rather have 1 million views on a video or even 1 million subscribers? Or would you rather have $1 million? Now, knowing that there are many YouTube channels that generate 7 figures, maybe even 8 figures off of smaller viewership than you might think. I'll give you like a really good example of this. A couple weeks ago, I went to Press Publish LA, Colin and Samir's event here. And one of the last panelists that they brought on was TBPN. This is a podcast that they get anywhere probably between like 1,000 views and 5,000 views, I think, per video. OpenAI invested literally 9 figures. The people watching that channel are so much more valuable, right, than the average person who watched, for example, like a Ryan Trahan video. No knock on Trahan. I think his content's great, but it's just not everybody who watches is a good fit. Think about it like this. Would you rather pitch your startup idea to a room full of billionaires, like a Shark Tank situation, or would you rather pitch your startup idea to 5 million broke teenagers? It's so much better for sales to build a homogenous group of high value customers who would buy something from you, who want to work with you, than to build an audience of like 1 million people who would never buy something from you and might not even like your brand or your content that much and not looking to solve their problems. And since we're getting into like vanity metric territory here, it brings me to truth number 4. More subscribers does not equal more reach. It actually might do the opposite for you. So last year, I actually quit posting on my 1.3 million subscriber channel for about 7 months. And I learned a very important lesson about YouTube. When we started posting videos, we tried the painful and nearly impossible task of pivoting our channel from talking about learning and productivity systems for students and professionals to learning and productivity systems for creators and entrepreneurs to help them build brands. And we got punished for it. Even though we had over 1 million subscribers, our viewership was in the low thousands. So 1 million subscribers getting a couple thousand views per video, it stung, it hurt. And it sucked because I knew our content was really good. But it doesn't matter how good the content is because the channel has already been like positioned and groomed for a specific algorithm. So YouTube has shifted pretty drastically in the last few years where it doesn't show videos that you post to all of your subscribers. Actually, I guarantee you right now, if you go to your home feed on YouTube without going to the actual like subscribe to tab, most of the content on your home feed is going to be discover content. It's going to be random content based on your viewing history and what YouTube thinks that you might want to watch, not necessarily who you follow. And so just because you have a lot of subscribers, it doesn't mean that YouTube is going to show your content to your subscribers. And even if it does show your content to your subscribers and your current audience does see your content and they don't watch it because they're not interested in it, YouTube is going to flag that video as, oh, it wasn't very good. And it's going to stop recommending it and basically kill your channel. This is why if you do want to pivot or you do want to start talking about something different, definitely start a new channel. So what should you do instead if you want to get more views and sales with YouTube? Well, that leads me to truth number 5. Do the boring thing. Just keep making the content and selling what you already sell. Do you think that In-N-Out, one of the best burger joints in the entire world, I'm going to say that publicly, would be as successful if they just started selling tacos tomorrow? Probably not, right? They know what they're selling and they're going to keep selling that thing and keep getting better at selling that thing. And that is kind of the goal if you run a business and you want to make sales from YouTube. If you just sell the same thing for a really long time and you get really freaking good at selling that thing, you're going to make more money, right? And so if you want to make more sales, you just have to keep making content on YouTube that teaches your customer about that problem that you're solving in as many different angles as possible, and then finding out what resonates with them the most, and then just keep doing more of that. This is why I think YouTube is one of the best things that all business owners should do, because it forces you to continue updating your marketing, updating your messaging, and updating your product. Every video that you make is a product. And every single one of those products, you are testing to figure out which one hits harder and which one do people like more. And then when people like that one more, you just keep making more of that, right? It's like Ultron, continuing to evolve over and over. That's why I think YouTube is such a powerful asset for any business, because people want consistency. They came to your channel because you helped them solve a problem. And if you stop helping them solve that problem, they're going to go somewhere else where they can get that problem solved better. And so your job is just keep helping them solve it and be the best at helping them solve it. Get to the cutting edge, be the one pioneering it. And if you get to that spot, just stay there. It's a pretty good place to be. We've started over so many times. I know that if I just had stuck with one thing from the beginning, I would be so much better off to where I am now. And I've made I planted a flag in the ground now, like Mike and I, that we're never gonna pivot again. This is what we're gonna do for the next 15 years. Truth number 6, on YouTube, you don't need to sell to make sales. Actually, it might hurt your sales more if you try to be too quote unquote salesy. People are not going to YouTube looking to be sold things. There's a certain psychology, I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this, but when I know I'm being sold something, I don't wanna buy it. It's just this bad taste of this pushy salesperson who's trying to always sell you something. You don't want to buy it, right? That same principle kind of lives on YouTube. In your videos, you don't really need to be pushy and be salesy, right? And I think this is more important now than ever, because I believe that with the rise in AI and all the competition on social media, we are in a serious trust recession. It's hard to know what's real. It's harder to know what's fake. It's harder to know what's an ad. It's harder to know what's UGC. People are very, very weary and very suspicious of getting got or getting sold things. And so your job is not to sell. You just have to be useful. You just need to tell the truth. The best form of marketing is just telling the truth and being useful. And if you do that good enough, people will just naturally want to work with you. And that's why I love YouTube so much. I never had any official sales training. I didn't learn about marketing or anything. I went to medical school. All I've known how to do is just be useful, to teach people and help them solve problems. And it was just by doing those things that our channels attracted people who believed in us, who trusted us, and just naturally wanted to work with us. The people who are the most useful and the most valuable get the biggest rewards from branding. So here's a pro tip to actually be the most useful person in your industry. It is literally to just give away all of your good stuff for free. Give away everything. Share everything you know publicly. Give away your templates, give away your frameworks, give away all of your secret sauce, your knowledge, your experiences, your stories, because that is going to show people, 1, that you know what you're talking about, and 2, that you actually care about helping them solve their problems. Realistically, a motivated person could consume all of my content and get the result that I sell in my business, right? It's very possible. The truth is, the majority of people won't take action on your stuff. And the people who do will realize that it's going to take too long for them to figure it out on their own. And they're just going to want to go work with you anyways. So just give away everything for free. Let that do the talking itself. And number 7, to tie a bow on all of this, track your numbers. There's this famous quote from Peter Drucker, I think, what gets measured gets managed. If you are not tracking the numbers in your business that actually lead to a sale from YouTube, you won't actually know if YouTube is generating more or less sales based on your content, right? And so what do I mean? Not just looking at views, but going a layer deeper. Who is viewing your content? From there, of those people viewing your content, who is opting in for your lead magnets, for your newsletters, From there, who's converting to your landing pages? From there, who's converting into sales or converting to book calls? From there, who's converting to customers in your business? If you're not tracking the actual numbers in each part of that workflow, knowing which videos themselves are pulling in customers or pulling in sales, then you don't know what's actually working or what's not. You might just be guessing what content works, or worse, using YouTube's views, that 1 out of 10 thing I was talking about earlier, to make decisions about what videos to make next when they actually don't have any impact on your business, right? And so if you're not doing this already, you must start using UTM links to track clicks in all of your videos. And you wanna make sure that you have different UTM links for every single video, so you know which videos are actually pulling in the most emails, which ones are pulling in the most conversions, and then use that data point to decide which video you should make next. Do you want more conversions, or do you want to go for more views? And as long as you know which one you're optimizing for, you can be confident that your strategy actually is moving in a direction that makes sense. Sometimes you do want to go for views, and you want to expand the reach of your brand. You want to attract new faces and attention. And sometimes you want to be very targeted for getting conversions, right? Both of them kind of require balance. That's why I think like the whole debate about, do you go for views or do you go for revenue? It's not really one or the other. It's just different times require different things, and businesses require different seasons of growth. Whether you want more leads and more attention, whether you want more discoverability and awareness, or do you want more conversions and sales? It's a balance, and neither one is right all the time. If you internalize all of these beliefs and implement them in your next few months of content, I guarantee that you will start making more sales, or at least understanding how to get there from YouTube. The next question obviously becomes, how do you make really good content to actually get the benefits of these truths? Well, in order to do that, I actually made this video right here. It's our full strategy and production process for making high quality YouTube videos. I think you're gonna really like it to make the content that attracts who you want.